Your late 20s can feel like a make or break chapter in your life. It's the season where you're breaking old habits, stepping into your potential, and realizing what truly matters. But let's be real, it's also the time where the lessons hit hard. I'm LaDanya, but over here they call me Empress Moxie, and today I'll be sharing 6 things that every girl should know before her late 20s. These are some of the lessons that I wish I would have known sooner, or have actually transformed my life in areas of how I approach self-love, self-care, relationships, even my goals. If you're a girl, a woman, and you're ready to thrive, not just survive, let's get into it. I want y'all to hear me when I say this one, so I'm setting my camera right here. Okay? Your mood will betray you, but your plan never will. If you only act when you feel like it, you will stay stuck. Growth happens when you show up despite the fear, laziness, or discomfort that comes about. Also important to note, fear and discomfort are only signs that you're getting somewhere. They're signs that something possibly great is ahead of you. The more you lean into fear and discomfort, or whatever feeling is impacting you going towards your plan, the more you will be able to expand your limits as a woman. My advice to finish off this first tip is going to be fail as much as possible. Fail, start over, and fail again. It's going to give you knowledge. It's going to help you. I know whenever we fail, we feel afraid of what comes after failure, but my motto that I actually live by, and I've been living by this since 18, it's better to fail and start over again than fail to try and regret it. So do you want a life of regret or a life with knowledge? A life full of experiences that are going to allow you to expand your limit and have a higher understanding of your capabilities so that you can actually go in the right direction towards your actual purpose. Every single attempt that you make, even if failure comes at the end of it, is going to sharpen you for the life that you want. And I want all of us, young girls, old women, all of us in between, to remember and understand this, no matter where you are in life. Your circle is often a reflection of who you are right now. If at any time your relationships feel off, it's a signal that it's time to level up within yourself. And this doesn't mean that you're a bad person or you're not good enough or whatever connotation you get from me saying this. This is all about putting yourself in environments and different spaces to be aligned with people who have the values that you're seeking out as you get older. Remember, a lot of us had friends in high school or middle school, whatever you may call it, because of proximity and also seeing each other every day. We're in the same lunch period, we have band class, we have cheerleading, we have volleyball, whatever sport or whatever activity you did, you ran into the same people over and over and over, and because of that proximity, because of that frequency and seeing each other, you often became friends, you clicked, and that's not an issue. It becomes an issue when you feel like you've outgrown these people or they're no longer aligned with you outside of high school, outside of that specific space that you had met them, right? And this is why I say you will have to change yourself. You have to redirect yourself, pivot into spaces where there are people who align with what you're looking for. There's power in self-acceptance, but there's even more power in knowing when to pivot, when to move. Don't settle for convenience when you're capable of connecting on a deeper level. I'm going to say this last part, but it is very objective, and I don't want you to take it the wrong way, but the right people come to you when you're the right version of yourself for those people. So if you want honest friends, you're gonna be a more honest friend and only allow those types of friends around you. Of course, there's gonna be methods to attracting and making sure that the people that you're allowing near you are the right ones. I'm not gonna say you're at fault for who's in your life. I'm just gonna say as you're getting older, you should be able to understand more of what you want and demand it, which is gonna bring me into our next point. As women, we're often conditioned to be accommodating, open to everyone. But access to your time, your heart, your body, whatever it may be, is actually a privilege. It's not a right. It's not something that everyone is entitled to. And we are called selfish for deciding one day, hey, maybe I'm gonna have some boundaries. Maybe I'm gonna tell you no. We're gonna be called selfish, but it is not selfish to protect yourself, nor is it unkind. It's self-respect. This is something that I really want girls to know, because we're so impressionable when we're young. We want everyone to be comfortable because of how we've been conditioned. And I want us to understand this before we get taken advantage of. We get neglected over and over before we understand this. I really appreciate being able to observe women older than me and understanding their misfortunes and things that they go through before I have to go through it. That's why I'm making a video like this, for you to listen and understand. I'm not looking down on you. I'm just explaining to you my experience, and I hope that you're taking it in. Set boundaries and enforce them unapologetically. If you're a young girl and you're setting a boundary and someone continues to push past that boundary, continues to neglect respecting you, and you feel like they will never stop, you cut them off as soon as you can. And if you're unable to do that, if you're in a situation where it's unsafe to remove that person, you find help. Please. Not everyone deserves to know the full you. When you guard your energy, you create the space for people who value and respect you to experience you and actually be around you. This next one is something that has naturally come to me as an introvert and a deeply intuitive, emotionally intelligent person. I'm the mother of the friend group. I'm the one who just knows things because I just know. I'm very full of knowledge. It's a vast, deep knowing that I have when I don't understand. But something that I've always been sure of is myself, thanks to this tip right here. Being alone isn't lonely when you know who you are. I love my space. Because of my gift of intuition, being knowledgeable, being innovative, creative, all of these things, I'm never bored when I'm by myself. In fact, I'm exploring different corners of my brain, different corners of my mind at all times. This is why I have so many hobbies, so many interests, so many projects and passions that I put my hand in. I decide how long I commit to each to not be overwhelmed, but in doing these things, I am always okay being by myself. This is not about romance or any of that. This is just in a general sense. The time that we spend with ourselves is how we discover our needs, how we discover our talents, our wants, and our worth. That's because we don't have the outside influence in our ear. If you're somebody who always has to be next to this friend or this guy or this parent or this, where is the time for you? Where is the time to sit in your body and be present with it and reflect inward? Think about that. I want us to really sit with ourselves and discover what makes us feel alive, especially before you get to your later 20s. Sit down with yourself. And this might sound boring, because it definitely sounds boring to some of my friends when I give them this tip. They'd be like, girl, what are you, a philosopher? Well, yes, actually. Sit with yourself. You gain self-awareness when you sit with yourself. And this self-awareness will not only ground you, but shield you from what is being marketed to you. Whenever you're shielded from what's marketed to you, I mean, you're not looking at what people are telling you you're supposed to like or supposed to be. And like I said, as younger girls, we're very impressionable. Before we get to a certain age in our 20s, we're very impressionable. What the media is telling us to do, what the media is telling us to be, what our family expects. We care so much to be accepted, to be fitting in. When you sit with yourself and you have the self-awareness, you have an understanding of what truly fulfills you, and no one can tell you who you are and what you need, because you've already made that decision after you sat with yourself and spent that alone time. This isn't just self-care, this is self-discovery. Journal your thoughts, experiment with hobbies, even take yourself on solo dates and solo trips if possible. But make that time for yourself, just like you're making time for everyone and everything else. Okay, financial wellness is self-care. This part is not just about saving, it's about using your money as a tool to build a life that you don't have to escape from. Whether it's learning how to budget, investing in yourself, or saying no to unnecessary spending, habits you build now with money will define your freedom later. And listen, I'm not telling you to be perfect with money right away. It's gonna take a few mistakes, a few hiccups, and that is okay. But if you get the chance to get resources for financial literacy, please take it seriously. Start small, but do it intentionally. Financial security equals peace of mind for us as women. You can automate your savings, create a fun fund where you can go do your lashes, do your nails, all the cute stuff you want to do. Find ways to invest in experiences that actually align with your goals. You can make money do whatever you want it to do for you. Just understand that money is a tool and do your best to not neglect money and gain your knowledge around it as you continue on. Finally, no one is going to hand you the life that you want. The sooner you can stop waiting for someone to validate you or your goals, the sooner you can get to working and creating them. Never have I ever stopped following any goal I had for a friend, a man, a family member. Ask anyone in my life who has ever encountered me. I've always been focused. Tunnel vision. Everybody comes after my goals and my fulfillment. Trust me, that's something I've never strayed from. Something that's going to extend from this tip is the fact that whenever you are so enamored in your journey, whenever you're so passionate about your journey, don't ever allow anyone to come around you and make you feel like you have to play small about yourself, play small about your ideas for them to be comfortable. Those are the people you remove immediately. As soon as you realize that this is how they feel about you, remove them because they were sent to sabotage you. You making yourself small is how they're sabotaging you, because if you're going to be confident that, oh my God, I have this idea and it can work out, why would you want someone around you who's going to make you have to play small about that? Dreams don't have to be practical for them to be worth chasing. And the truth is, most people won't understand your vision. I have this happening currently. I have this happening most of my 20s. I'm 26. I'm currently the founder of a startup and I'm a full-time project engineer. I had a boy that I talked to in university tell me that I'm not an engineer because my major was in environmental sciences. The joke is on him because guess what? No one asked him in the first place. He just wanted me to make myself small so he could feel better about himself. The truth is, he felt small because he could never be in my shoe and get the same result I'm getting. The people who don't understand your vision is because it's not for them. Do not allow them to be around you. Don't kiki in their face because they are sent to destroy and sabotage you. Take the risk. Define yourself. Make the moves. Be unapologetically about wanting more for your life. It doesn't matter the opinions of anyone, especially family and friends. Fuck them. You could create a vision board or write out your goals. And you can break them into smaller parts so that they're tangible, so it's not overwhelming for you, because I get it. A lot of us are being told, oh, write it down. This is the strategy. This is the method. Do it how it works for you, as long as you're doing it. Understand the momentum will come. Just start. Do not wait and wait to start moving. No one needs to give you permission to be successful and meet your goals. No one needs to give you permission to have the life that you want. It's for you. Your late 20s are a time of transformation. The lessons you learn now will lay the foundation for the life you want in your 30s and beyond. Which of these points resonated with you the most? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what you're learning on your journey, and remember, growth is never about perfection. It's always about progress. Keep showing up for yourself because you are worth it. It doesn't matter what age you are as a woman. It doesn't matter what age you're watching this video. I hope that you took something from it because I made it for us. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in another video just like this one on Sunday. Bye!